conversion program. Let's have a look at the agenda that we're going to cover in the next hour. Neilson, the CRM product manager for Canada, will be walking us through CRM 2015 and also his favorite features and benefits, what he thinks you'll be interested in. That'll be about a 20 to 25-minute presentation. We're then going to go from there, and our Vox team is going to talk about what they think the key features are in CRM 2013, previous version, more as a training exercise and familiarity with what's out there today. We're going to talk about promotions and deals available, how you can save money if you buy between now and Christmas. So, agenda, CRM 2015. Then we're going to go in and talk about how to use CRM. And then we're going to talk about business intelligence to get reporting out of CRM. That's the main topics for today. Mike, next slide. I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Neilson. Neilson's done this many times for us, recognized throughout Canada as one of the top CRM people out there in the industry today. And we are going to have Neilson present for about the next 25 minutes on Microsoft CRM. Neilson, we're going to pass you the control.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jim.
We're just passing control, so you'll be moving from Mike's desktop to Neilson's for those that are on the World Wide Web.
Okay.
There we go, Neilson. Looks good.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Jim. Good morning, everyone. My name is Neilson Lopes. I'm a partner technology strategist for Microsoft Canada. Been at Microsoft for a number of years, moved over to the Dynamics team about 7 years ago. Thank you for being with us this morning. I just want to spend a few minutes talking about Microsoft Dynamics CRM and where we are today with 2015. So it's been quite a year. 2014 has been quite a year for us. Back in January, we announced that there would be 8 updates throughout the year. In the spring, we had one major update with the Leo release, and throughout the summer we had an update with Libra. Just 1 second.
Let's switch microphones here.
So it's been quite a year with 2014. Oh.
Sorry, we're just readjusting.
Okay, there we go. Okay, hopefully everybody can hear me. Yeah, is that good? Okay, so with 2014, back in the spring, we had a major release, and that was the spring update for 2014. And this fall, we're releasing 2015 with Vega. And as part of that, in addition to 2015, we're also releasing an update to our marketing application, which is Microsoft Dynamics Marketing. So let's go into it. These are really the top capabilities organized by these five categories, which are sales, platform, customer care, social, and marketing. So under sales, there's some pretty significant things. There's an enhancement to the business process flow, product families and taxonomy, a new capability called visual hierarchies, some new mobile support. So in addition to support for iPad and iPhone and Windows device and Android, we now have a new capability, Cortana integration as well. Some platform enhancements, customer care, social, and marketing. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the new capabilities around the sales. So let's talk a little bit about enhanced business processes. What happened in 2013, we introduced a new updated user experience, which has become very popular with customers. As part of that, there was something up at the top in this new user experience called the business process flow. And it's been really well received by customers, but it was strictly linear. And so it didn't have the ability you didn't have the ability of branching, providing API support. With 2015, we now are introducing something called rule-based branching, which makes it very interesting. It's fully programmable through the API. It basically looks like this, what you see on the screen. So you can create your flow, like, in the case of a lead, you qualify that lead, then you go into an opportunity, and that's a whole new stage. And then you go and from there you can actually create branching. So in the case of the example that you see here with the sale of a car, you can either select a new car or pre-owned car, but you have the ability to now branch off of these business process flows. And it's all done through a single edit experience. There is some programming logic there, if and then, and nor. But now you're actually able to create business processes like this, where you start off with qualified lead, and then you determine whether you want to buy a new car or a pre-owned car, and you're able to create complex business processes like this, where you actually swap one stage for the other, be able to jump from one stage to another stage entirely. So these are all things that are possible now in 2015. I'll talk about a couple more things that are highlights in 2015, and then pass it back to Jim. So product families and taxonomy. So one thing that we're introducing this fall is the concept of product families and bundles. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what that is in just a second, and leveraging a new capability called hierarchy visualization, and also the ability to cross-sell and upsell products based on roles. The way this works is it's pretty simple. Like if we use the example of like a Microsoft Surface device, for example, which is, we take the example of a Surface device, and we have the product family, which is the Surface device. And then underneath that, we have the concept that we have products. So we would have a Surface RT, and then we'd have a Surface Pro. And then we would have properties that would be inherited from the product family. So, things like disk space and operating system and memory, you would define those properties for the actual products. So this is a new capability. And then you can create bundles. So, the holiday season is approaching, and you can create a bundle that would include a device, a keyboard, and maybe a case or something like that. And then from there, you can even also define relationships. So you can say that a Surface 3 would be an upsell from a Surface Pro, meaning that in the CRM system, as you add products, like you add a Surface Pro, you can provide suggestions to the customer or even the call center agent to say, hey, would you like to get a Surface 3? So this is all now out of the box capability. Another one is hierarchy visualizations, and this will be very popular with new and existing customers, but being able to visualize your data in a hierarchy, a complex hierarchy. And we can do this for a lot of different things, not just products and product families, but also things like accounts and customers and contacts and security roles. And so as you see on the screen there, you can navigate your data visually. You can open up any of those records. You could select a number of those records and share them. You can bulk edit them. All the same capabilities that you have today. For those of you that are using CRM today in the grid view, you can do from here. You can do from this new visual hierarchy. So we now have this third way of navigating your data in Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So in addition to forms and views, there's this new way. The nice and interesting thing about this is that these hierarchies will also be seen in not only your Outlook and web client, but also even in your tablet client as well. And so there's lots of different areas where you could use this in, territories, accounts. You know, if you have different branches, you could use that as well. And yes, this is also supported with custom entities as well. Just a little bit around the mobile sales capability. I'm going to talk about this because I have a video, and I don't know how well it'll play over the WebEx. So maybe I'll just talk about this. But we have increased support for role tailor dashboards in CRM 2015 in the mobile client. Again, the mobile client will work on any tablet device. So whether you have a Windows tablet, an iPad, or an Android, we fully support that. That visual hierarchy that I just showed you a second ago, that also shows on the mobile clients. And we have increased support for disconnected scenarios. So you might be at a client site and you have your tablet and you're able to create a record. You can edit that record when you get back into the office, or when you have a Wi-Fi connection like at Starbucks or wherever you might be, then that syncs back to your main server. There's a video here in the slide which is also available on YouTube. The other thing that we're introducing as well is Cortana integration and also Siri integration. So if you're using a Windows phone or an iPhone, you'll literally be able to talk to your CRM now, and you can ask it questions like, show me the top 5 opportunities closing this quarter, and it'll actually display that data for you. And finally, the last one before I pass it over to Jim is the last main feature I think would be calculated fields and roll-up fields. So in CRM 2013 and in previous versions, some of the things that we're introducing as part of this new capability would require one to write code, actually JavaScript, sometimes like hours at a time. And so what we can do now with calculated fields and roll-up fields is do a calculation of fields, not only within a record within CRM, but a calculation of fields that might appear across multiple records in the CRM, and even do a roll-up. So, for example, you could be selling to a very large organization, and then each organization will have multiple divisions, and you can have opportunities within each division, which would then, so first of all, you could calculate that and then roll it up to the division level and even to the parent level in terms of a calculated roll-up field. So that's all possible. It's done through a very visual, modern UI, IntelliSense enabled, multiple conditions, and an or, else if. This is something that you don't have to be a programmer to enable. So this is now out of the box in CRM 2015. So those are some of the highlights. There's obviously a few more capabilities like multi-entity search, a number of other things around the Outlook integration, and some capabilities around that. But now what I'm going to do is pass it over to Jim, and he's going to talk a little bit about some functionality in CRM 2013.
Thank you, Nelson. That was really good. I appreciate it.
Just a quick comment. What I saw, this is Mike Fontaine, what I saw that was pretty exciting, we have a lot of customers right now that are using older versions like CRM 3.0 or 2011, and a lot of the functionality that I see as out of the box, we had custom written. So when you are thinking about an upgrade, we don't have to spend probably as much time upgrading past and getting it up into the new standard. We can probably use some of the native functionality that we see here and eliminate custom programming.
Final words, Nelson?
Well, no, yeah, I mean, Mike, that's a great point. So with every update, what happens is we couple of things. First of all, we empower business users to do more and more. And just like Mike said, yes, there's less reliance on custom code. And so why is that significant for you if you happen to be an existing user of Dynamics CRM? Is that it provides you increased agility. So, business is constantly changing, and as you have to do something to adapt in your CRM, you're able to do it within, minutes instead of hours or days or whatever it might be. So it's all about increased agility. Thanks.
Great, Nelson. I have it. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and present the top 5 features of CRM 2013. This is what we're shipping today. We are shipping CRM 2015 end of January. So the target release date is late December for CRM 2015. Nelson's nodding his head beside me. It'll take us about a month to integrate it with our Vox ISM and get through the first roll-up and patches. So we're releasing it to our base effective February 1st. We are shipping, for the people that were on earlier, NAV 2015. It has been through 3 full monthly releases, so we're happy with the stability on NAV 2015. For those that are just joining us, you are now looking at a CRM account screen. For the older CRM customers on versions 3 and 4, this looks a lot different. It's designed to be mobile-based. It's designed to run over the web, so it looks a little different. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the key information about the account. Contact information and activities are in the middle. Hold on, we're going to share the desktop here. I'm looking at it here, Mike.